Welcome to the Elevate Media Podcast with your host, Chris Anderson. In this show, Chris and his guests will share their knowledge and experience on how to go from zero to successful entrepreneur. They have built their businesses from scratch and are now ready to give back to those who are just starting. Let's get ready to learn, grow, and elevate our businesses. And now, your host, Chris Anderson.
All right, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Elevate Media Podcast. I am Chris Anderson, your host, and today we're going to get into a subject that, is getting quite close to home for a lot of us in the creative industry, and that is automation, and more specifically, automation in video production. Before you jump to any conclusions, let's dive in and unpack this. Automation is a subject with many layers, and today we're going to peel some of those back to uncover the truths, the myths, and the potentials of automation. First off, let's talk numbers. Did you know that automation can cut editing time by up to 40%? 40%. Just think about what that means. Those long, laborious hours spent on meticulous editing that you've been doing yourself, almost sliced in half. That's pretty incredible, especially if you're still doing it all on your own and don't have the means to outsource to someone like our agency, which is what we do at Elevate Media Group. But what does this mean for us as creators, innovators, and artists or business owners? On the one hand, it represents a leap towards efficiency, freeing up more time to focus on those bigger picture issues, a deeper connection, and the essence of creativity itself. But on the other hand, it prompts a certain question. Where does automation end? And where does human creativity begin? Are we edging towards a future where machines take over the artistic process? Or is this merely a step towards enhancing our creative freedoms? We've all seen the AI-generated images, videos, and audios. So where does this all go? Marshall McLuhan, the renowned media theorist, once said, "The future of work consists of learning a living." Let that sink in for a second. I'm going to repeat that. The future of work consists of learning a living. Learning a living. What does that mean? What does that mean for us? Is automation not about replacing human effort, but rather about evolving, adapting, and growing with the times? These questions are not just hypotheticals. They're the real considerations we must grapple with as we navigate a rapidly changing technological landscape. Automation in video production is not a distant possibility. It's a present reality. It's here. You've probably seen things like Descript and things of those natures where you can edit video through the text editing systems or on Premiere Pro. It's shaping the way we work, create, and communicate. But don't just take my word for it. Throughout this episode, we're going to dive into various aspects of automation, from the incredible benefits that it holds to boost efficiency to, the potential dark sides that could impact our creative jobs. So we're going to explore the tools that are revolutionizing video production, the irreplaceable human element, and the balance that must be struck to ensure that automation serves us rather than the other way around. All right, so we're going to get into the complex world of video production automation. So if you're not able to outsource to an agency where you can trust that they're going to get things done for you, this is where the machines meet artistry. Efficiency meets expression, and the future meets the present. Let's get into something truly exciting, the benefits. So this is the good stuff. And trust me, there's a lot to be thrilled about here, especially if you can't outsource to an agency. First, we got to talk about accessibility. We live in a world that's more connected than ever. People from all walks of life are tuning in, watching videos, and engaging with content. So making videos accessible to everyone is not just a good idea, it's a necessity, especially for your brand or your agency. So enter automated transcription services. Gone are the days of painstakingly transcribing every single word. Today, you can have an advanced tool provide that transcription for you almost instantaneously, allowing creators to reach a broader audience, including those with hearing impairments. It's a win-win situation, increasing accessibility while simultaneously easing the creator's workload. You can use things like Descript, and a lot of these editing platforms like Premiere Pro will automatically transcribe your audios or videos for you. Buzzsprout, a podcast host site, now will transcribe your episodes for you and create your show notes for you. You have to pay a little extra for it, but it will do that, and you can just check and edit those things as you go. It's getting crazy out there. But on another side of editing, consider color correction, a subtle yet vital aspect of video production. For those who might not be familiar with it, color correction is all about adjusting colors to achieve a more natural or stylized look, just depending on your creative vision. It's an art form in itself, but can be incredibly time-consuming. Imagine a world where automation takes over this process, or at least a significant part of it. We're talking about saving hours of manual labor, refining the process, and enabling creators to focus on the bigger picture, the storytelling, and the emotions behind the content. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's not a dream. It's a reality. Premiere Pro has this ability to automatically color correct, and automation is reshaping how we approach a lot of these tasks. It allows us more freedom, creativity, and efficiency. But, and here's the but, it's essential to recognize the limitations of automation. As we embrace these powerful tools, we must also maintain sight of the human touch, the intuitive understanding, the unique spark that sets us apart from AI. Walter Lippmann once said, "You cannot endow even the best machine with initiative." And he's spot on. Machines can do incredible things, but they can't think creatively. They can't feel the pulse of an audience or invent or innovate in the way humans can. So yeah, we celebrate the wonders of automation. We also need to honor the irreplaceable value of human ingenuity. There's a difference when you use automation to edit your show or create content for you versus a human. Humans are going to get it better to the detail. They're going to be able to pick the emotional part out of the episode for yourself. AI, is going to be hit or miss. So we've got to think about these things as we move forward. Let's remember, machines are tools, fantastic tools, but tools nonetheless. They're here to serve us, enhance our work, and amplify our voice, but never to replace the heart and soul of creativity. The benefits of automation in video production are vast, from increasing accessibility to saving time and enhancing quality. But these benefits are not an end, but a means to an end. And that end is a more vibrant, inclusive, profound connection with our audience, rooted in authenticity, innovation, and empathy. We're going to explore more into this fascinating landscape, getting more into the potential dark sides of automation, the risks, and the considerations that we must take and guide ourselves along our journeys into this new world of AI. All right, as much as I love geeking out about the latest tech and the efficiencies it brings to our field, it's crucial to remember that not all glitters are gold. Within automation becoming more and more prevalent in the video production world, it's high time we talked about the dark side of it. We're not going to beat around the bush. Automation is transforming our industry, and in many ways, it's incredible. But a shadow still looms, particularly when discussing job security and creativity. Imagine for a moment you spent years honing your craft, learning the ins and outs of video editing, mastering every nuance. Now, a machine can do a large portion of your work in a fraction of the time. That's both exciting and terrifying. Up to 20% of creative jobs could be at risk due to automation. And that's not a number to scoff at. It's a reality that must be faced with thoughtfulness, compassion, and strategic thinking. And then there's the creativity aspect. The very thing that makes our work unique, vibrant, and meaningful. If we are too reliant on automation, that may stifle the innovation and creativity that we hold dear. Machines can perform tasks, but they can't think creatively. They can't infuse a project with heart or unique perspective like a human can. I'm reminded of this quote by Harish Sippy. Automation is cost-cutting by tightening the corners and not cutting them. And that's an important distinction. Efficiency is essential, but not at the expense of cutting away what makes our work resonate with people. I'm not here to demonize automation or paint a dystopian picture of our future. Far from it. The aim is to find a balance or a harmony, more or less, recognizing the tools for what they are and use them to enhance our work without diminishing our humanity. Our jobs are not merely about executing tasks. They're about connection, storytelling, and engagement. Things AI just can't get done like a human. It's about the nuance that a machine might overlook, the subtle touch that turns a good video into a great one. So as we embrace the tools and technologies that can make our lives easier, let's commit to nurturing the human skills that set us apart. Let's be mindful of the potential risks and be proactive in creating a future where machines enhance our work rather than replace it. So we've taken a look at the benefits of automation in video production, and we've also looked at the dark sides. Now we're going to explore what I believe to be the heart of the matter, finding that harmonious balance between automation and human creativity. So this digital age we're in is rapidly changing. Automation isn't just coming and then going. It's here to stay. We're going to see it grow and be implemented more and more. But that doesn't mean it has to be an either or situation. We need to learn to embrace it, enhance what we do with it, rather than just push it to the side. Let's start with a fact that just can't be ignored. Automation combined with human oversight leads to the best results. There's no denying machines can handle certain tasks with speed and precision that are beyond human capability. But without the human's hand to guide it, the artistry and the intuition of a skilled professional, you might end up with a product that lacks soul. This synergy between man and machine isn't just about efficiency, but artistry. It's about taking the mundane, repetitive tasks off our plates so we have more time to do what we do best, create. And that's what leads me to this next point. Automation can free up time for more creative tasks. Imagine the hours spent on a tedious thing like color correction or transcription. Now, picture what you could do with the time if a machine took care of those tasks. If you could experiment with a new technique, spend more time with a client to understand their vision, or simply breathe and let the inspiration come to you. And this is important to remember if you're still doing your editing for yourself. These tools can lessen the time you have to spend on these and still put out a good product. But it won't beat the fact of being able to outsource to an agency with humans that have that soul, that have that intuition, that innovation, and that creativity. Nothing can beat that. But if you're still looking to get things done on your own, these tips and tools are there to help expedite your processes so you can stay in your zone of genius. B.F. Skinner once said, "The real problem is not whether machines think, but whether men do." And that quote is so true. Our responsibility, our privilege as creative professionals is to think, to innovate, and to dream. But how do we get there? So how are we going to strike that perfect balance? How are we going to find that harmony? We got to recognize, again, automation is a tool, not a threat. It's a means to an end. And that end is better, more engaging, and more innovative content. Automation is changing the game, so let's stay ahead by continually honing our skills, expanding our knowledge, and staying open to new possibilities. We've got to keep sight of what makes us human. Machines can mimic, but they can't feel. They can replicate, but they can't create. They can't create our empathy, our passion, or a unique perspective that make our work stand out. To sum things up, automation in video production is not about choosing machines over humans or efficiency over creativity. It's about integrating the best of both worlds to create something extraordinary. We've got to be fearless and curious and forge a path that honors creativity and leverages the incredible tools at our disposal. So thanks for tuning into this episode. As we're wrapping up this episode, we've dived into automation and video production, dug a little deeper into the benefits, the potential pitfalls, and we explored the delicate dance of combining the old with the new. We're going to wrap things up, but I want to leave you with this thought. The future of video production isn't a battlefield where human creativity and automation are pitted against each other. No, it's a stage where automation and human creativity can perform harmoniously, enhancing the other's strengths. Think of automation as a versatile tool in our toolbox, a partner that allows us to channel our creativity into new avenues. It's not about taking our jobs or stifling our creative spark. It's about giving us the freedom to innovate, push the boundaries, and create content that resonates with our audience on a deeper level. Our creativity, empathy, and ability to tell stories and connect with others are things that no machine can replicate. Automation can facilitate, but our human touch truly brings content to life. So we're not going to fear the future. We're going to embrace it. We're going to continue to elevate our craft, balance the efficiencies of automation with the essence of creativity. Again, thanks for tuning into this episode. Please reach out to me on Instagram at chris.t.anderson if you have any questions or thoughts. I still personally answer those. And until next time, continue to go out there, elevate your life, elevate your brand, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Elevate Media Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. See you in the next episode.